Today's movie has Indian spirit possession, but despite what the title says, not a whole lot of dancing. Weird. Welcome to Sick Flicks, where I take a deep dive into the cinematic sewer to help you embrace your inner gore geek. I'm Mike Bracken, aka The Horror Geek, and today we're tackling Peter Buffa's crazy Native American slasher flick, Ghost Dance. Released in 1982, this one has a Native American medicine man possessed by the murderous spirit of another dead Indian. It's not as cool as it sounds. Why does it seem so hard to do a good Native American slasher flick anyway? Seems like it should be a slam dunk. But enough about that. Can these murderous mutants offer enough cliche characters to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's get to the gore and find out. Oh, and before we get started, today's video is sponsored by patrons Brad L. Duran, Mad Hat Raven Desk, and Marcus Rose. If you'd like to help sponsor some videos and free me from the shackles of YouTube's tyranny, you'll find a link to my Patreon in the pinned comment and description below. And now, let's get bloody. Always a good sign when the name of the company presenting the movie literally has the word mess right in their name. Yeah, low effort title card again. And Ghost Dance? Was this supposed to be a sequel to the Monster Mash? I guess you have to do the safety dance to keep the ghosts at bay. You kids even remember Men Without Hats safety dance video? Christ, I'm old. Starring Julia Mato, who's one D away from being a Joe D'Amato pseudonym. Weird fact, Julie did the voice of Shamara Payne in 2 Leisure Suit Larry games. Victor Mojica may not be a household name, but he was in The Final Countdown, the movie inspired by the Philadelphia experiment, not the Europe song. Henry Ball plays a character named Nalhala, which I can only assume is where bad Vikings go when they die. Also starring Frank Sotonomo Salcedo. I have no idea who that is. I just thought it would be fun to say his name like it was Super Sabado Gigante. Turns out he was actually in the old Chief Woodenhead segment of Creepshow 2. And abrupt end to the credits. Looks like the crew from Scalps is digging again. Looks like you got a Yada Galanchi skeleton here. You can tell because it died sleeping nose to anus. Yep, that's a really fine hole you guys dug. Alright, fill it in. God, I hope that's not a dick in a box. One that size would be terrifying. Oh hey, look, it's Discount Sybil Danning. This seems backwards. Usually the pallbearers carry the casket to the burial site, not away from it. Nice. Filmed in coffin vision. No bedliner. That thing's gonna get all scuffed up and lose resale value. Hey, is that Bud from Kill Bill? I bet he's got a Hattori Hanzo sword in that trailer. Unless he already pawned it. Yeah, looks like the movie's leaving. I'm okay with that. Directed by Peter F. Buffa. Buffa, that's what Arnold calls the thing you wax the floors with. This is a really poor man's version of Battleship. Well, no one's using this grave, so guess it's mine now. Finders keepers. Anyway, he's doing some poking around here. Oh, sweet, found me a crock pot. Wait a minute, is that Torgo? The master demands a new slow cooker. Uh-oh, he woke up Bud. You out here stealing my crock pot? I will say it's nice that they didn't blue filter this. Too bad they didn't invest in a light for the actors, though. Damn, he did steal my crock pot. And my chili only had 4 hours to go. Oh, snap. He left the pot with a rattlesnake in it. What a dick. Mood establishing shot. Honey, I'm home, and I picked up some crockpot chili on the way. Anyway, this dude does not like being questioned by his wife.
What's the matter with you? I said, where have you been?
Not your child, woman.
I have literally said this before, and I've probably said this too.
You will learn to hold your tongue soon enough. I will have the power.
I mean, I like to be melodramatic. I probably said it while taking out the recycling.
Can you understand nothing? Stupid old woman!
Man, I love this guy's commitment to the role. He's like, I know this is some schlocky horror movie, but I'm gonna give you my best Oliver Reed impression regardless. I mean, say what you will, but his Torgo cosplay is pretty great. Now he's off to this cave. Guess he left the house because he felt taken for granted. I mean, you know what they say about cave puns. They're a whole lot of fun. Anyway, this early version of Jenga was pretty lame. Come on, Lucky 7. Daddy needs a new peace pipe. Ooh, special effects. Although, honestly, calling these special might be overselling them. Then he's back home. Let's just roll with it. God, I really hate these drapes. Maybe we should try blinds. Hey, honey, remember when you were bossing me around earlier? Yeah, I'm done with that. House establishing shot. And totally random dog attack. If you're lost, don't worry. So am I. I feel like there's 36 movies happening at once, and not one of them makes sense. Okay, so I guess we're done with that. Over in movie 37, it's time for some new script pages. Man, this chick is a boss lady. I'm gonna need you to have those TPS reports on my desk by the end of the day, Paul. Oh, and I need you to work Saturday, too. Damn TPS reports. And now she's leaving, even though she literally just walked in. I guess being the boss has its perks. Oh, she's a teacher. I bet some of these dudes are here for private lessons. Rawr. Hey, was it Bring Your Mom to Class Day? That lady's way too old to be here.
And that Messiah was Wovoka.
Shh, lady, don't say that. They'll shut you down for saying something that sounds like woke. And in movie 57, they apparently just mounted this phone to a pole in the absolute middle of nowhere. Back in class.
On page 215 in your text, you'll find a depiction of the ghost dance ritual.
Title mention, drink.
The crude muslin shirt worn by the dancers was a sacred ghost shirt.
Ghost shirt? Is this some weird Mormon offshoot? Oh yeah, look at that thing. I'm so disappointed. I thought she meant a shirt for the band Ghost, or a funny shirt with a ghost on it saying, I'm too old for this sheet. And she's still prattling on.
Previous generations of Indians would come back to walk the earth.
Lance Henriksen, can I get a ruling on this?
That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Back to the Holy Land. Literally. Hey, that truck's driving itself. Yeah, drives about as well as a Cybertruck. Ralph Nader is gonna be all over this. Oh, good, more characters. Just what this movie needed in lieu of a plot. And you could say the Native Americans are restless.
We told you from the start that this would bring nothing but trouble.
Turns out she hasn't just robbed any grave, but a very specific one.
This is the resting place of Nahala.
And action. Aw, screw you, lady, we're out. Building establishing shot. Man, that is a cool science fair project. Hey, if this carriage is a rockin', don't come knockin'. I think someone's getting the old bone tomahawk.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly like that, Danny. Well played, pervs. And jump scare. Oh yeah, looks like someone's about to get Britney speared. This is a pretty pointed observation. I feel like she definitely got shafted. And now her boyfriend is gonna get it. Then he gets impaled by glass, which is pretty painful. Then it's time for random football practice. Over in movie 84, this chick is headed home. Looks like she lives in the Evil Dead starter cabin. Oh, laundry day again! Hey, can't you read the sign? No solicitors. Glad I got rid of her. Now to chill out with some delicious devil's lettuce. Dude's just sitting here thinking about all the litter out there, trying not to cry. Now he's like, Chief J. Strongbow wasn't even Native American. I could have done that job. And in movie 186, it's always a good sign when your restricted area sign is covered in blood. Oh yeah, I'm going to tell Sterling this is Judith Light and Tony Danza and an unaired pilot for Who's the Boss.
What do you think? What do you think our chances are?
Of what? Getting a 5 barf bag rating? I'm not gonna lie, looking pretty slim at the moment. I mean, even this guy agrees.
It's very unlikely, but anything's possible.
Oh.
Uh-oh, someone got pretty sheet-faced. Hey, you think we need some lights for this scene? Nah, no one wants to see these two sucking face. And it's just as dark outside for this house establishing shot. Now it's like that Rockwell song.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
No one will be seated during Ghost Dance, Sterling making the instant Folgers coffee sequence. I'm on pins and needles, hoping he doesn't spill it or put in too much water. I got my eyes on you, lady. Anyway, looks like someone's about to have a real knife time. And action. This chick really nails the dramatic head turn. Now someone's at the door. No, I don't want to buy any of your turquoise ring trinkets. They turn my finger green. And of course she's got a Native American hair tie. She's the stereotypical white blonde Karen who has .001 Indian blood and then makes it her whole personality. But now she's gonna sit in bed and stroke her cat.
Hell yeah.
No, this actual cat. See, she's even got a native-themed throw rug. I told you. Oh, hey, are we redoing the shower scene from Psycho? Hi there. Need me to wash your back? The next day at the office, we've got a break in the case.
You know how they used to give the Indian prisoners Christian names?
Nat Hall. Nahala.
Ah, yes, just like Louis Cypher. Very clever movie. Uh-oh. Laundry Girl is headed to the restricted area. Nice of them to just leave it unlocked and trust people to follow the honor system. Oh, she just wanted her mummy. I keep reading ahead in the script, but nothing interesting ever happens. But at least we did get another jump scare.
Oh, for goodness sakes, Paul.
Anyway, let's head over to the x-ray room and see what's developed. Ah, yes, here's the problem. There's a crayon lodged in his brain. Oh no, he's got a mass in his lungs. This looks terminal. I'd break the bad news to him, but he's already dead. And back to this guy. I think he's making little leathercraft wallets to sell to the tourists. Ooh, take it off slow. Don't rush. Tonight on Fox, Alien Autopsy. Hey, he looks great. Not a day over 500 years old. Now she's driving. Hopefully to somewhere interesting. This guy, meanwhile, is doing his best Gandalf. You shall not pass. Hey, eyes on the road, lady. And this is why you keep your eyes on the road. Looks like she's plowing some bush.
Hell yeah.
No, I mean these actual bushes. Yeah, a Jeep thwarted by some dirt and shrubs. Quality product. Oh, great. The cops are here. I'm gonna need you to walk this line while reciting the alphabet backwards, ma'am. Jesus, they got a sketch artist to draw her Indian? She's convinced he's drawn her guy, but all he really drew was a caricature of young Wahoo McDaniels. It's like Abe Vigoda's brother. Honey, how many times am I gonna have to pick you up at the police station? But she's got a revelation about that sketch.
It's the face of the body we found.
Yeah, let's ask Tom what he thinks of this.
Oh, this is crap.
I agree. Are you high, honey? Hitting the peyote again? Because you definitely sound high. And back to the office. Jesus Christ, does anything ever happen in this movie? I mean, this dude phoning it in is a not-so-subtle metaphor for this film so far. Hey, pal, you're looking a little stiff. Oh, hey, look, our other Indian is back. Man, don't do anything rash. I'll give you all the beads and trinkets I have. Got him right in the back. Yeah, hate to see it. Yeah, I guess this means Dr. Foster is gonna need a new secretary and a new assistant. Football practice. Just roll with it. Nothing here makes sense at this point. What's this? A scene with lights? Wild. God, is Tom late again? He better be dead. Skulking around the library. This isn't one of those P-Hub videos, is it? Ah, sure. Let's stop and read this book since nothing interesting is happening anyway. Is this supposed to be her? I have no clue. Hi, we're kinda in a meeting. Oh my god, it's a match! Sketch artist definitely earned his paycheck. Oh hey, they're at that old kooky Indian shack. It's like our 362 movies are finally coming together. God, it's like he's reading his lines right off the cue card out of frame.
They cannot understand themselves. How can they understand what goes on around them?
Hey man, you got a J? I'm gonna need to get lifted for this vision quest. Cacti establishing shot, followed by a museum establishing shot. Oh great, it's Midnight Lady. Office hours are at noon. This guy really is like Amazon Basics Andy Garcia. Back inside, the doc is headed for the restricted area again. Oh hi, did you miss me? I've been feeling lonely and blue. Wait, has the Indian dude just been waiting here all day on the off chance she'd show up? I mean, that's a pretty lousy plan. Meanwhile, I can't believe it's not Andy Garcia, still locked out. Oh, look, he's an angel. These birds are not impressed. Hey, these sheets only have a 200 thread count. These are terrible. For dishonoring my ancestor with low thread count sheets, you must pay. With your life. Oh, wait. He's reconsidered. Oh, Judith Light, you can be my boss anytime. What? The dead guy is full of trinkets? That embalmer ripped us off. As a sign of my love for you, I offer you this necklace pulled directly from Nahala's large intestine. Hold up. Is that like a Big Daddy from BioShock on that thing? Because that would be awesome. Staring contest. First one to blink loses. I was totally terrified of you, but since you got me this sweet intestine necklace, I've seen you in a whole new light. And now Andy Garcia is back. I don't want to alarm anyone, but there's like 10 minutes left in this stupid movie, and nothing has happened, and I'm not optimistic about that changing anytime soon. Oh good, another scene, shot in the dark. I mean, at least this movie is consistent. Consistently dark and boring. And now he's noticed her Slick Rick starter kit.
I'm not gonna leave you alone with... What is that?
Oh, that's just my truck jewelry. The homies love it. But before she can answer, she rings him up with some pimp phone. Definitely the first pimp phone in show history. Wrong number, bitch. Since he's unconscious, this could potentially be a knocked out cold call. How? Surprise! No lights. This might be the darkest movie ever. Just not in the way I hoped. And not only is this dude like an Indian shaman, he's also a relationship counselor.
If you will do just as I say, you will have your woman back.
Fantastic. It's a fetch quest.
There's a house just beyond. You must find a leather pouch no bigger than your hand.
I will say, I'm glad that he wore his sensible slacks for this mission. I mean, nothing says stealth like khakis. They really cannot afford a single light on this production. Just imagine you can see what's happening. Hey, it's curtains for you, pal. And that's the wife from the beginning, in case you forgot. She looks great. Oh, look out. I think he just found the telltale heart. And jump scare. My God, she's locked in the full Nelson. Stop the damn match. Pretty good JR again this week. Hey, is he taking communion? Is that legal? Honestly, he probably just got the munchies from all the doobage earlier. And Nahala's here. So I hope he saves some. Man, it's like he's lighting farts. And now he's doing voodoo. Look, I don't even care at this point. Let's just get to the credits. But here comes Crazy Lady. Maybe this means we can finally wrap up this climax. Although calling this a climax is definitely overselling it. Yep, her boyfriend is here too. And he gives her a taste of his pimp fist. But before they can wrap this thing up, the old man gets stabbed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm disappointed that this movie about a Native American slasher had 0 tomahawks or scalpings. This dude is on fire! Literally. Guess no one taught them stop, drop, and roll on the reservation. And she's cured. I punched the unholy spirit right out of you, babe. Yeah, sure, a lot of people are dead, but let's head back to the restricted access room. Well, I think we've earned a drink, and this isopropyl alcohol should fill the bill. And I'm just gonna brine our friend here before we put him on the smoker. But surprise! And she's still evil. Freeze frame! Really stunned this one never got a sequel. Said no one ever. And cue credits. I don't know if I've ever been happier to cue credits in the 6 years of this show. I mean, maybe that's the Seagal vampire movie. So, what have we learned from Ghost Dance? Well, for starters, that there's not much dancing in this one and even fewer ghosts. I mean, that's all I got. This one is a slog, and I knew that going into it because I originally saw this on a grainy VHS bootleg back in the late 90s and didn't think much of it then. But I couldn't resist inflicting it on all of you. I'm a firm believer in sharing the misery. But enough about that. Can Ghost Dance shimmy its way to a 5 barf bag rating? Not a chance in hell, but let's go to the gore card. In terms of gross anatomy, this one is pretty light. We get a throat slash, some stabbings, a few guts, some corpses, and that's about it. The FX work is primitive, and there's not enough of it here to give this one anything more than a paltry 1 barf bag rating. Ghost Dance is definitely not a sick flick. Looking for another low-budget Native American-themed horror flick? Then be sure to check out my review of Scalps. You'll find a link here on the screen. I'll meet you over there. Until next time, I'm Mike Bracken, aka The Horror Geek, bringing you all the splatter that matters.